Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Adele Medical Education. On this channel, we're looking at the human body and key medical concepts. There are 10 major body systems: the respiratory system, the cardiovascular system, your renal system, and you have your gastrointestinal system, the immune system, your integumental system, and your musculoskeletal system, which can be divided into your muscular system and your skeletal system. And all these systems, their functions are regulated by two other body systems, your nervous system and your endocrine systems. These systems are continuously working together in harmony to keep your body in balance. In my next videos, I'll be looking at each individual body system. But for now, let's look at respiratory system. Our respiratory system is very special. Structurally, it's divided into two parts. You have your upper respiratory tract and your lower respiratory tract. So we breathe through our nose and our mouth. So the air comes into here. This is your nasal cavity. So the air is usually dry, coming from the atmosphere. So it will need to be humidified, clean, filtered, just to prevent all the pathogen from coming into your lungs. So it goes through your nose, nasal cavity, and your pharynx. Your pharynx is your throat. And then it comes down to your larynx, which is your voice box. So your larynx helps you produce your sound, speech. And then it comes down and up to here, to your larynx. That's where your vocal cords are. So at that level, that's where the upper respiratory tract ends. And then you begin your lower respiratory tract. Your lower respiratory tract, where your bronchial tree, what they call bronchial tree, begins with your trachea, which is this bit. So your trachea comes down. As you can see, it looks like, just imagine a tree turned upside down. So this is your trachea. When it comes to up to here, which a point called carina, it divides into two. Your two main bronchi. You have your right one and your left one. So this is your right lung and that's your left lung. So your each bronchus then divides further into small bronchioles that goes in each bronchiole divide even further into terminal bronchiole, and the bronchioles they divide further into your into respiratory bronchioles. So they finish with alveoli. So in the alveoli, that's the only place where the gas exchange takes place. So what I mean is, so the oxygen then diffuses into your blood, and then because your respiratory system works hand in hand with your cardiovascular system, the blood is then transported around your body, where every single cell in your body receives oxygen and has to perform their metabolic functions. And when they do that, they produce CO2. And the CO2 is very toxic to the cells, so it has to be removed. Okay, so CO2 then diffuses again into blood, and then it's transported back into your lungs, where it has to be exhaled. So functionally, your respiratory system is divided into the conducting area, which is from your nose, coming down up to where the alveoli are. So you have to see it as a passage. It's like an airway passage that the air comes in up to the alveoli. I will be showing you later in details how the alveoli, how they look, what they look like. So they are sort of a sac, okay? They're sort of balloons. Just imagine a tree with little balloons at the end, like flowers around it. And inside each A sac, that's where the gas exchange takes place. So what you see here, this red and blue, those are your vessels. These are capillaries. They are part of your blood vessels. Each air sac is surrounded by those capillaries. And those capillaries, they have a membrane that is so thin, which allows the air to diffuse, to enter the blood so rapidly. I will be explaining later how that mechanism works. And that's how the oxygen diffuses into your blood. Thank you for watching. And please check out my next video on the cardiovascular system. And please remember to subscribe.